Hey YouTube, I'm Ryan.
And I'm Jeremy.
And we're Tacoma Games. This is round 4 of our store championship. We've got Cole on the left, Justin on the right. Jeremy, did you were back there TOing for this game, weren't you?
No, I believe this was actually the last round of Evan having that pleasure.
Oh. Well then, good, it'll be nice and surprisey.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, I guess I'm just gonna read them off. Cole's flying classy Imperials. Whisper and Rear Admiral Chirano. We've got Whisper with VI, Fire Control System, Agent Callus, Advanced Cloaking Device, and Chirano with Adaptability, Kylo Ren, and Emperor Palpatine. And Justin's got Rey with Expertise, Finn, Zeb, Rigged Cargo Chute, Smuggling Compartment, Millennium Falcon, and a Rebel with Fire Control System, Auto Blaster Turret, Hera, Ezra, and Ghost. So, that's like Rey and the entire cast of Rebels. The Agent Callus card that came up just now was Whisper applying the Agent Callus token or whatever to Rey.
Well, this looks like it's going to be an interesting match. It's an interesting loadout for Rey. Don't see Zeb very often.
Yes. Yeah, not very often, and it's kind of a blessing and a curse. I mean, on the one hand, you can't really block her, because she doesn't care, she'll shoot you anyway. On the other hand, you can play really aggressive with her and block with her against higher PS opponents, and she doesn't care. She'll still get her action, and she's got rerolls from her pilot ability. She's really nasty as a high PS blocker.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if she can get a couple blocks off on Whisper. That might be the easy way for him to take Whisper out in this match.
Yeah. Cole's really got to do his best to keep Whisper out of there, especially out of range 1 of that Lothal Rebel with the Auto Blaster turret.
Oh yeah.
That could be pretty nasty. There are a few mistakes this round, but overall it's a pretty good well, definitely my favorite match to edit so far. We've got 2 0 agility ships on the board. That cut my workload down significantly. Yeah,
I think regardless of who wins, this should be a pretty quick match.
Yeah. Bunch of, I mean, shoot, Chirano pumps through a lot of crits, and we got both Whisper, well, actually, Whisper the Rebel and Rey can all do 5 dice at range 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty, a lot of firepower on the table right now.
Yeah. Let's see if, well, here we got Justin turning in, so we're not just going to circle the board. That would have been unfortunate.
Oh, no. I think these two are going to dive right in.
Haven't played against a rack list in a long time, but I think we had 2 people in the tournament playing it.
Well, at least Cole. If we had more than one, Cole's the only one that I recall doing well enough that I recall him being there at all.
Yeah, I know I saw him at the top tables. I thought I saw someone else at a lower table, but I could be wrong.
Rack Quick Draw is becoming another popular list right now.
It's interesting. Probably a little sturdier than Whisper, if not quite as powerful.
Yeah, well, Whisper's one of those pilots, right? Like, just kind of like Fen Rao, where she's either going to last all game and not even scratch paint, or she'll violently die on round 2. And that's just how it goes. I mean, put all these fancy cards and modifications on the table, but this is still predominantly a dice game.
Yeah, well, there's a reason you haven't seen me fly Whisper in a year.
Yeah, I think I'm definitely partially responsible for that.
Yeah, I've watched her pop too many times.
Zuckuss being out of the game's kind of a big deal for Whisper, though, actually, now that I think about it.
Yeah, that does help.
Now, I don't know if I would have gone in this boldly with my Whisper. I think I might have tried to skirt the board and flank a bit, but Cole's going for it, it looks like.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to be both out of arc and out of auto blaster range on that Ghost next round.
Yeah. Definitely. Barely got range 3. Going for a target lock. Here comes Ray sidling up right behind Lothal Rebel. Wonder if Ray's gonna start falling out of use. I mean, where the meta used to be, having 13 hit points and being PS8 with expertise was a pretty good thing, but where the meta's going at now with all these high PS alpha strikes probably makes Ray awfully redundant.
Yeah, it's kind of rough if you got her. She's 57 points, and she could be down to 2 or 3 hull after an alpha strike right now. So
yeah,
we'll see how those small base scouts do.
Yeah, the Havocs.
Yeah.
Chiranu's coming up right beside Whisper. We're going to have all 4 shots right now, and he Kylo Ren's a blinded pilot onto the Lothal Rebel. So if he can get a crit through, and he doesn't even need to get the crit through shields, he just needs to deal a critical damage. If that happens, then Whisper's pretty safe this round.
Yeah, that's a very powerful ability. Hopefully he's able to pull it off, because I, for one, am fearful for Whisper. I think she could be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, I'm not sure if she's quite in range 1, but that's still pretty close. And even if not, a 4 dice primary from either Ray or the Rebel. Well, there's a crit and a hit, and there's nothing the Ghost can do about that, so takes 1 shield and is dealt the card through the shield. Blinded pilot. Can't shoot back this round.
It's a pretty good roll for Cole there. Definitely going to help him out in this first round of combat.
I couldn't quite tell if that was range 1 or not. We'll see once Cole's dice hit the table. Looks like it's just outside of range 1. Hit crit. Oh, looks like he opted for Ray, actually.
It's an interesting choice.
And she dodges very well. But Whisper gets a cloak, that's all she cares about.
Not a bad start to combat for Cole. Only a couple damage through, but that blinded pilot sure did a good job of protecting Whisper.
Yes, definitely.
Let's see, we should have Ray taking a shot back at range probably 3.
Yes, I'm not sure whether he's going to take it at... I think he's going to take it at Chirano. And expertise for 4. Yeah, Chirano. All 4 shields down on Chirano, 1 hit. That's pretty common, actually.
Yeah.
Decloak and right. Cole forgot his fire control system. He will forget it most rounds. The text on the card really might as well read, acquire target lock immediately after firing, but forget about it. Have your opponent remind you about it midway through the dial phase, and politely decline to take it.
Oh, interesting.
5k on the Ghost. With Hera, he can keep that up indefinitely, and Ezra will turn a eyeball to a crit once the Ghost is stressed.
Should have a decent shot on Whisper here, depending on what she's doing.
Here comes that Ray block.
Looks like Ray's probably going to be rolling a lot of, well, not quite so many defense dice this round, but she's definitely going to be taking some damage.
Probably. Neither of Justin's ships have really been damaged yet, so I'm not sure if Cole really has a target priority right now, per se.
Oh. Well, that 2 straight is going to keep Whisper out of combat entirely here.
Yep. She's not going to get her shot, so Cole wisely opts to just cloak up. And this will be a bump, so no action for Chirino, which is a smart move on Justin's part. If Chirino is able to force another blinded pilot on the Ghost, I mean, going 2 whole rounds without getting a shot out of that 43-point behemoth, that's pretty rough.
Yeah, that would be pretty bad. Well, frankly, 43 points is about as cheap as you can fly a Ghost these days.
Just about, yeah. Pilot ability gets him a crit. And he is going for the Ghost, so down to 2 shields.
No shot for Whisper, so Ray, see where she's going.
Three hits. Rerolling 2. Focus. Expertise for 4. Straight onto rack.
Yep. It's half points there.
Exactly. Exactly half points, yep.
Presumably the Lothal Rebel will also take a range 1 shot.
Presumably. That's probably the smart bet.
Yeah, at this point, I think it would be better to focus down rack. Plus, if he can throw 5 dice at him here, it's better than the Auto Blaster.
Oh, on rack, definitely. Yeah, looks like it's the... One crit from Ezra is all he got.
Wow.
But it was a direct hit, so...
Yeah, it's not so bad.
6 hull remaining on Chirino. That's a lot of damage to have taken in 1 round.
Sure is.
Still, could have been worse. With a direct hit on top of the deck like that. I mean, that's... Well, no, actually, I guess direct hit on top of the deck. If he'd taken more damage, it would have been dealt face down. So, never mind. So, it's possible the Ghost could have just wiped Rack off the face of the...
Yeah, it was a good hit. Really would have swung the outcome of this game early.
Rebel's taking a bump. Doesn't care. It's got its fire control system. Extra crit from Ezra. Hera to keep doing reds. Doesn't care at all. And we're marking. I think I would have done the 3 sloop on Ray here. Tried to keep some people in arc.
Yeah, that would have been my choice there, too. But I think he's going for the bump.
It is the new Millennium Falcon title. I don't know, my overlay didn't differentiate. That's upsetting. But it is the sloop title, not the... Oh, well, that's why she's doing a 3 hard. She's dropped a rigged cargo chute.
Ah.
Well, that should keep Kylo Ren off of her tail for a while, that's for sure.
We'll see if she was able to successfully set up a block with it, too.
Nothing for that one. Cole's going to do rack first. And it is going to be a bump. It's a very aggressive ray Justin's running. Between the cargo chute, expertise, and Zeb, that's kind of a nasty little setup he's got.
Yeah.
Here comes another crit. Well, if you're flying a decimator, that's the one you want to see. -1 agility, not a big deal.
Yeah, means absolutely nothing to him.
Nope, nothing at all. 2 stress, though. That's going to be pretty tough to clear, if Chirano even lasts that long.
Well, Ray's not going to get to shoot at him because Zeb requires them to be in your firing arc.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
So she might be stuck trying a range 3 pot shot at Whisper, but she might not even get that.
Yeah. These guys aren't pointing at their phasers like most people do. That looks like that's rack at the Rebel. Yep. And loose stabilizer, 8 hull remaining on the Rebel. That should be half points for it as well. Looks like we are in range 1 for Whisper.
Three hits and a crit.
Yep.
Rebel's looking worse than Chiranu now. Ouch.
Direct hit. Yeah, Rebel's down to 3 hull at this point. Pretty nasty.
Well, he should get his range 1 shot back at Whisper here.
Yeah. Well, first, range 3 shot with a ray.
Yep.
I mean, probably not going to hit it, but you might as well give it a try.
Yeah. The Ghost should be able to auto blaster. Hopefully 2 damage here.
One evade. The second evade was from Callus, which lets you turn an eyeball into a crit on offense and an evade on defense, I believe.
Yep.
Maybe just a hit on offense. It is a crit. And now Justin's deliberating over whether or not to use the auto blaster, range 1, or take a 5 dice shot.
I think I would absolutely use the auto blaster here. I think 5 red dice against 4 green dice isn't bad, but I don't know.
Yeah, so it's kind of a hard place to be in, because when you auto blast and you roll a crit, or you know, you got Ezra trying to turn one of your eyeballs into a crit, it's not so great. So he goes for the range 1, ends up with 4 hits and a crit.
Not bad.
Cole palps a crit, or palps an evade. Spends focus for 4, 1 shield down. Realistically, though, I mean, it's
about the same as he would have gotten out of an auto blaster.
Yeah, about the same.
With that target lock, about 65-70% to get 2 damage, but definitely wasn't guaranteed.
No. Another big, long K-turn out of the Rebel. It's a second stress for whoever's flying that.
Well, that should work out pretty well for him. I don't think Whisper's going to escape that.
No, probably not. Ray taking a tight, hard 1 turn. She'll likely focus. 3 hit points on the Rebel, 5 points on Chirano. Probably either of them aren't long for this world at this point.
Yeah, hopefully for the Rebel, Whisper doesn't have him in arc. He might survive an attack from Chiranu, but he won't survive attacks from both.
No. No, probably not. And it's another bump. But that'll still clear one stress. One more remaining before he can get in action and try to Kylo again. And Whisper went for the typical decloak one hard, so no shots for her this round.
I don't think he was expecting the 5K.
Yeah, with a Hera Lothal Rebel, you should expect it. Pretty much the same way you should expect the 4K out of a Defender. If they can keep doing it, it's kind of beneficial for them to keep doing it.
Absolutely. And sometimes, you do it just because they don't expect it.
Yeah. Obviously opts for the cloak.
Well, I suppose we'll see here whether Chiranu can get 3 damage in on that Rebel.
Yeah, at this point he really needs to.
Can't tell if that's range 1. If not, he's going to have a little bit of trouble getting there. No modification.
Well, he still gets to turn one eyeball into a crit for his pilot ability. So it's not that bad. And he decides to palp a crit.
Oh, that was a blank though.
Well, yeah, he palped the blank into a crit.
Yep. And that'll finish off the Rebel.
Fortunately, palping a blank leaves Whisper with just 4 dice, no modification, and Ray's gonna probably has arc, and we'll have 4 dice going at Whisper too, so. Could take Whisper off the map right now.
That would be definitely helpful for Justin to even the odds.
Yeah, it'd be really bad for Cole if that happened.
Absolutely.
4 hits and a crit. Ouch. Ouch.
Need some solid green dice. Ooh.
Ouch. Well, he still gets 2 evades out of the 1 naturally rolled and 1 from Callus. But, ooh. No straight maneuvers, but...
Probably wasn't doing any straight maneuvers anyway.
No. Decloak left, 1 hard. It's probably his best maneuver here anyway. Question is, how fast is Justin going to go with Ray? So if Justin gets out there... Oh, I guess there's a piece of debris on the other side of Chirano. So yeah, I'm betting Whisper ends up with a shot this round. Maybe her last shot at 1 hit point.
Yeah, if I was Justin right now, I'd probably be going for a 3 bank. See if I can get into range 1 with Whisper and Arc.
Yeah, that's probably not a bad idea. Whisper and Chirano combined could get down to Hull. Of course, at this point, yeah, if Ray just ends up out there, and if Chirano bumps, then Chirano doesn't have a shot this round.
Yep.
So we'll see where Cole put Chirano. And a focus for Ray.
Well, there's the 1 hard.
Yep. Practically the Phantom's patented maneuver.
Well, it's the only thing on the dial.
I mean, it might as well be.
It's just 10 1 hards.
Okay. Cole, that's probably one of Cole's best moves there. It clears the last stress, lets him take an action. Lets him get out there. Now, I'm not sure why he didn't... Like, he goes for a target lock, and I'm not sure why he didn't Kylo Ren a crit through.
Yeah, that's a good question. There's definitely another blinded pilot in that deck waiting to be used.
Well, unless it's been dealt out face down.
Could be. I think I'd be looking for her right now, though, if I were him.
Yeah, or the one that drops your attack rolls by 1 dice would be pretty handy, too.
Yeah.
Here it goes. 4 dice. 2 crits, 1 hit. There we go. 4 shields. Well, I guess it is Rey. Rey will get to reroll something. Oh, I guess that was Whisper.
Must have been.
And Cole's forgetting the fire control system again. He was really kicking himself, forgetting about it all game. Oh no. That was Chirino. I guess that piece of debris is barely obstructing the last attack, actually.
Oh, that makes more sense. I was starting to wonder, because I didn't see any blanks re-rolled.
And I've only got 3 dice up on the left side. The last one's a blank. I can't be right all the time. Console fire. Ouch. But that's really, I mean, that's a halfway decent crit to put out, but that's really not what Cole wanted to see.
No. Rey's still got plenty of attack power here.
Yeah. Of course, with the focus token, a cloak, and Palp still waiting to be used, there's a decent chance that Whisper's going to make it through this just fine anyway.
This is true.
4 hits. Palp in the crit.
Evade.
Ooh.
Yep.
That's a good focus token.
Looking less good for Justin now.
Yeah, I think Cole's really he's starting to turn this around. It was looking bad once Whisper got to 1 health and Chirino had 5 and Rey was still pretty much ready to go. But that last round really turned things around for Cole.
Yeah. It looks like Rey's going to be facing the wrong direction, so she's not going to get those rerolls.
No. Interesting. That's an interesting choice for Whisper.
Well, looks like she's presumably going to be cloaking again. She can't get a shot here.
Yeah.
That'll be, what, the 3rd round of combat that Whisper couldn't get a shot off?
Well, I mean, sometimes that's the right move. I don't necessarily agree with the 2 straight there, but I mean, that happens. Sometimes Whisper's not pointing the right way, you just take a cloak and you hope for the best. Although at 1 hit point, it's a pretty scary prospect.
Yeah, that's a lot of points to bet on.
Ooh. Looks like Rack is just barely out of range of Rey. Takes a focus. And then the only shot this round's going to be Rey's. Expertise for 3? Yep. Well, 2 hits and a crit. So that's 2, a crit goes through, and I think Cole forgot about Palpatine.
Yeah, he did. He didn't Palp and evade. That cost him Whisper.
Remember, in the audio of the match, he was pretty grumpy about the maneuver he'd made. And he said something like, well, I mean, I guess I deserved to have her die at this point anyway. And grousing about that, he probably just completely forgot about Palp. But yeah, Palp could have saved her there.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
At this point, Ray is... I mean, she's tough. If you got Ray in arc, she's tough. And she puts out a lot of damage, you know?
Yeah, she does need to get turned around here, though.
Yeah. Oh, and we're like dead even on points, too, pretty much. They both got 57 points remaining on the board. Ray's got to turn around. Chirino's got to catch up. But at 5-7 hull, I think Justin just swung this a bit.
Yeah. He gets to roll green dice. Cole does not.
But Cole still has Palp, and Chirino's got a very offensive, aggressive pilot ability, so...
It's true.
I don't know. One straight for Ray, clear the stress. And I imagine she's going to focus.
Rack doesn't care about being in arc. I wonder if maybe he'll go for a straight maneuver here and try and get out of Ray's arc.
I was going to say, if I were him, I'd go for one of those long 4 straights I know that Decimator's got.
Yep. That's
probably his best move there. Keep out of Ray's arc. Maybe take a target lock or something, try to get some damage through. They're debating over whether it's obstructed or not and what range it is.
Looks just barely not obstructed from here.
Looks like there's nothing left to Palp but crits, so... One hit, target lock. For 2 crits and a hit. We're fiddling with the dice to make sure they were all recorded on the notes properly. But 2 crits and a hit. Ouch. Damage sensor array is probably one of the most painful crits in the deck, as far as I'm concerned. Damage engine hurts too, no hard maneuvers. Less bad on Ray with the sloop, but this Ray doesn't have a cannon though, I just realized. Yeah, that's not what you want to see for return fire.
Didn't even get anything out of the target lock.
Well, I guess I decided it was obstructed, but 4 hull to 4 hull. It's anybody's game at this point.
There you go.
He does decide to go for the sloop finally, but with no cannon to clear it. That'll turn off expertise for the round.
Well, unless Chirinu is feeling exceptionally aggressive, he's probably not going to be in range for the next attack.
No. In fact, it's probably going to take him a couple of rounds to get resituated before they're shooting at each other again.
Yep.
Points are pretty much tied up, though, so they've got a... God, even their final salvo would be identical.
Yeah, nobody's getting a good MOV coming out of this game.
Oh, no, not at this point. God, there's hardly anything left. In fact, Justin, this is round 4, and so anybody you're seeing here is, doing pretty good at this point. They've got mostly wins if they're at this table at round 4. But Justin's probably got one of those lists, kind of like Ben's list, where it needs to win because it just hemorrhages MOV. Just 2 big ships like that, especially one with no agility. Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely in it to win it, but that said, he's got some good stuff left on the board. He's got green dice left. Cole doesn't have that, but Cole gets to shoot first.
Cole gets to shoot first, and he can... I mean, between Palpatine and Chiranu's ability, he can potentially throw a lot of crits around if he wants to.
Yeah, it wouldn't be hard for him to get 3 damage through easily, and with 1 or 2 of them being a crit.
Well, they're definitely face-to-face right now. There's going to be shooting here. He opts for the target lock. This could end it. The well-placed crit. And if it doesn't, Rey could end it. 4 dice. Here we go, we're palping a crit. Double checking range real quick.
Looks like range 2 to me.
Looks like it. So 1 crit, 2 blanks, while the extra crit from Palp is there. There's another crit. Palp the 3rd one.
Seems
3
good.
crits. Ouch. Extra dice from Finn, rerolling them both for Rey.
Ouch.
Ouch.
I gotta spend that focus. He's not spending the focus.
If any one of these is a double damage or a major explosion, that's it. Damage sensor array.
He survived the major explosion and he didn't take a direct hit.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened, but that is pretty remarkable. It's now Justin's to win. He's got 4 dice to throw back at a 0 agility Chirano.
I don't know why he didn't spend that focus token, though.
I don't know either. Maybe he just forgot about it?
Perhaps, but he doesn't need it on offense. He's got expertise.
Only 3. Whew, last round, this is looking decidedly like it's Cole's at this point.
Yeah, well, Justin's going for the block, trying to minimize the amount of modification Cole's going to get on his attack dice.
Yeah, but still with a Palp and his own pilot ability, that's...
Yeah, it's almost guaranteed.
He flips his damage sensor array first try. And Cole saw it coming, goes for a 4 straight. Looks like he's going to end up just on the other side of Rey, so Rey won't get her pilot ability, Rey won't get Finn. Smart move on Cole's part.
He did it.
Target lock, range 1. Gonna palp a crit.
I think the writing's on the wall here.
Yep. And he's picking him up in target lock, but, I mean, just the 3 crits right there on the table will do it, so...
Yep.
That's game.
Oh, that was a nail-biter.
Yeah, it was all over the place there, especially towards the end. I mean, ending with both those big ships at 1 hull.
Yeah, couldn't have gotten any closer.
No. Flipping 3 crits over on a 4 hit point Rey, that's crazy.
Yeah, I think they both made a couple mistakes there that could have swung the game either way. Justin had a couple focus tokens that he didn't spend, and not sure why. Justin
had a couple focus tokens he forgot to spend. The final palp could have saved Whisper, and I mean I think Cole got maybe 1 target lock out of fire control system, so Definitely mistakes on both ends. They could have swung it either way. Although honestly, I think... Well, you know what? Actually, I was going to say I think Cole's mistakes were costlier in the beginning when it mattered more, when all the ships were still on the table. But Cole tended to roll pretty well with Whisper anyway, so I'm not sure how much of a difference it really would have made in the long run.
Yeah, probably not. Justin definitely could have avoided 2 or 3 points of damage in the last few rounds of the game, and that might have made a huge difference. Having 3 hull going into that last round, I guess, didn't matter, but it could have.
Yeah, I mean, it could have. I mean, he didn't re-roll yet. I mean, hypothetically, he could end up with like a hit and 3 crits, so... I don't know, but definitely a close game, and a very tight game on MOV. I don't imagine Justin's list, again, it's probably one of those lists that has to win. I can't imagine getting through any match without that ghost getting into at least half health.
Oh, no. And if his ghost doesn't, then Ray has to.
Yeah.
There's no way both those ships come out of a fight unscathed.
Yeah, Ray's tough, but she's not that tough, you know? At least one of those ships is getting to half. Probably wiped out.
Yeah, I don't think he ends too many games with that Rebel on the table.
No, probably not. Well, I mean, probably the same way for Cole and Chirino, too.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was a hell of a game. Stay tuned for more of our store championships. We've got next videos, the final round before the cut, and then we've got one video from the semi and the final coming up as well.
Looking forward to it.
Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.